Hi, I'm Kathy. I'm a graduate of the 2019 UCR California Naturalist program with Dr. Cam. I've been going out on surveys since graduation, twice a week, and we're surveying for plants and animals, usually lizards. And this data is being collected and added to about 30 years worth of information. And Dr. Cam has been writing papers. So I find that rewarding. I also enjoy the geology, amazing geology around here. We're lucky to be in such a special place. And one of my favorite hikes is Santa Rosa Peak. It's a difficult one to get to, about 45-minute four-wheel drive, but then you go to an amazing place.
My name is Brad Hardison, and I joined the Community Science Collaborative hikes because I love nature and I love learning about everything in nature, everything living, plants, animals, and that's why I joined. And when I go on these hikes, I learn so much from everybody. There's always different people participating, and everybody has so much knowledge to share, and I'm just overwhelmed by all the information. The most memorable event, I think, was when I got to hold a lizard under the supervision of Dr. Barrows in my hand on the nature trail in Idlewild.
Hi, my name is Robin.
And I'm Rick.
And I joined these hikes, or started hiking with this group, one, to get to know the desert environments better and the plants, and to connect with people who just share the sense of awe at a green plant or a flower or an insect. And then I also use some of the things that I see. I'm inspired by their textures and colors and stuff, and I put them into my ceramic art.
And I came because she went. No, not ready. Really. I come because I love being outside. I love the desert, and I take great joy in sending pictures of the desert after our hikes to let people know that it's a living, breathing environment.
Oh, most memorable. It's hard to say because each one is just stands out in its own right and has fabulous things. For me, one of the most memorable, it wasn't the hike so much as that we were on a hike and there was I think it was a collared lizard. And I didn't at the time have binoculars, and somebody else let me use their binoculars, and when I could see it up close and see the colors, it brought tears to my eyes, and so that is one that stands out in my mind.
I think for me, there are a lot of memorable hikes, but I love the environment of the Ladder Canyons, just the variety of things that we go through. So that's one of my most memorable. The geology is fantastic.
Phenomenal. Yeah, all right.
Hi, I'm Rob. I like to go on these hikes because I'm extremely interested and concerned about the environment. And going on these hikes, we do all sorts of science surveys, everything from lizards to plant species. I think one of the most favorite hikes that I enjoyed was Covington Flats, and we walked among some of the most majestic Joshua trees that I've seen in my entire life, and they were hundreds of years old. And then to come to the end of the trail and overlook the Coachella Valley.
Hi, my name's Kurt. I'm out here on a hike with the UCR gang, and the reason I go on these hikes is to explore the desert. I've always been an outdoors person, but I lived in Northern California, so I'm really good with redwoods, but you get me out here in the desert, it's a whole new experience, and it's really great. My most memorable memory for one of these hikes, there's two. One was when we were up in Joshua Tree and we saw 69 lizards in one day. Chuck Wallace, my favorite. And the other one is Magnesia Falls down by Rancho Mirage. And besides seeing 9 bighorn sheep, it was the climbing the dry waterfalls. So they're my two most memorable hikes here with this group.
My name is Sue Shiganaga, and I've been joining these hikes since 2018. I go on these hikes, for many reasons, the camaraderie, being out in nature, but I think the thing that really stands out for me about the hikes is the education that I get. There isn't a single hike that I go on that I don't come back with new knowledge, and it's priceless, quite frankly. Dr. Barrows is amazing, but I also learn from everyone else. We've got people who are good with birds, with botany, with geology, and it's amazing. I think the thing that was most spectacular, and I've been doing this a long time now, is on one of our hikes going to Lost Palms Oasis in Joshua Tree, we were walking along the trail, and right in front of me was a tarantula, and it was spectacular. I'm a native Coachella Valleyan, and I've heard so much about tarantulas, but never seen a live one. And this one was spectacular. Dr. Barrows picked it up. We got to look at it, and it was priceless.
Hi, I'm Jane. I was introduced to the Community Science Collaborative experience in the Climate Steward class, the very first one online. Dr. Barrows mentioned that there was a group, and if anyone was interested, to contact him. So immediately in the middle of his lecture, I emailed him and said, I want to be a part of this. And I've not looked back for a moment. I love this group. I love the experiences. I enjoy the slower pace of it, and I've learned to appreciate just stopping and looking at creatures and looking at the plants and learning. I love animals, so the lizards are really special to me. I'm learning about all of them, but I've really learned to appreciate the little flowers that we see too. My favorite experience may be, there's been so many, coming across a tarantula in the middle of the trail one day, just walking across it and letting it crawl on my hand and getting some photos of it. This is a terrific group, and it's been a great experience.
Well, first of all, Pete, I want to thank you for arranging all these hikes. I don't know how many hundreds of them we've done in the last few years, but it's been remarkable to see the diversity of the desert and to see some great surprises every now and then. I think really the most exciting was when I saw a tarantula on our hike a few weeks ago in Mission Creek, or I guess it was Whitewater, closer on the way to Red Rock. It was remarkable to be able to get down on my hands and knees, which I like to do a lot in the desert, to see what's going on, to be able to just observe that tarantula for a long period of time. It was just great fun and a great hike.
Hi, I'm Cindy, and I love going on these naturalist hikes because I love the learning and being with the other naturalists and seeing the different types of trails and the flowers. I just love being out in nature. I think my most exciting thing is seeing the different types of rock formations and the different types of rock. It's just fascinating to me. Hidden Springs was a fabulous hike, going up on the ridge and being able to see the Salton Sea. It was magnificent. I love it.
Hi, my name is Jan, and I'm out here because I'd rather be outside than anywhere else. But I am a biologist by education, and I'm very concerned, and have always been concerned about the environment. And I'm currently hiking with people that are studying the effects of climate change on the desert. And my favorite place of all, on all the hikes I've taken over the last 3 years, is what's right behind me, just because of the dramatic difference in the geology. Andiamo.
My name is Elizabeth. I participate on these tremendous hikes because I'm on the learning curve for life. I love to learn new things and love to meet new people. One of my favorite things to explore for is the jagged ambush bug, Phimata americana. There are so many things that I've really enjoyed a lot. I think one of the things that I enjoyed very much recently, we climbed Martinez Rock Slide. First and only ever